And muting. All right. So here we are. And in case anybody missed the memo, I redecorated for Thanksgiving and anniversary tree items. So change
Awesome.
of scenery. And if you don't know Frazzle and Dazzle by now, which I'm sure everybody's met, that's the. Okay, go ahead and remute everybody and we will get going. All right. Pilates, map, straight up. All right, let's go ahead and go way on down into the legs. So take a big inhale and a big exhale. Open wide, inhale. Kind of add the arms and then an exhale. Big inhale, reach. And a cleansing exhale. Couple more of those. Inhale, reach. Exhale. And one more. And then back up. Let's stay at half bent knees and take our little outward rotated baby lunges. And I'm going to add that gentle sweeping arm through the middle. Nice and graceful, so keep your balance as you're moving the arms. Add a little range of motion through the mid-spine. Keep your breath moving. It's a cleansing, letting go of the day, the week, the month already. And now let's do the same thing and go overhead. Clearing out any negativity. Just letting things be. And then bring that all the way down around us as if you could smooth out any energy. That you need to. And then let's come back to center. Now let's take the toes straight ahead and let's, we'll just go ahead and do our normal push in and out, bend and straighten. And now you go ahead and let the torso come forward a little bit, sticking your tail out a bit. Stay grounded in the heels. And then we're going to take our little baby lunges again. Now knees and toes straight ahead. And we're going to add our windmill arm, reaching toward the opposite toes. Keep deeply inhaling and cleansing exhales. And then back up to center. Let's come into our little Pilates position, little V, and then come back to super tall spine as now you just bend the knees and straighten, but stay really tall. Little swing of the arms, easy in the neck. Then we're going to raise and lower the heels from this position, keeping straight knees best you can. So lift to the balls of the feet and lower. Lift and lift. Little core here will help. Little zip in will help with your balance. And then on the next one, see if you can come up there and balance in the air for a moment. Whee! And lower down. Nice. And then back to parallel. We're going to lift one heel. We're going to shift the weight to a single leg and just bend and straighten here. For 8, keeping good alignment, keeping the waist level. Other side, lift the other heel. And as you start to bend, make sure the knee is going over that second toe. Toes straight ahead. Keep breathing. Keep letting go. The body wants to tense up when it's trying to balance or strengthen. Just keep letting it go. Right, now we're going to come up on both heels. We're going to bend both knees, shift and raise both heels. Bend, little core to lift, and bend, lift. And then stay up and roll through, up and roll through to the other heel. One at a time. Stretch the toes into the floor. Good. Then we're going to strike a balance here. So just keep your waist level, arms out, eyes straight ahead. Lift the thigh, circle the ankle one way. And reverse. Shake it loose. Other side. Keep your waist level. That's key. Arms out, lift the thigh, and circle. And reverse. And shake that loose. All right. I want to come back to a couple things for the feet that I've learned in this physical therapy process. I'm going to have you, with your straight knee, I'm going to have you go the other way, and that's lift the toes. So you're going to extra flex the foot toward the shin, keeping the knees straight, and just alternate one and then the other. So we focus so much on the calves, but we also need to focus on our shin strength so that our gait, our foot strikes the back and then rolls through properly when we walk. There you go. Good. And bend, and now we'll stretch that. So now the toes down onto the floor, and we'll let that release a little. Other side, toes down. Breathe it out. And shake all that out. Let's do one more set here, and that's just lifting each thigh as high as you can. Opposite hand tap for our brain. And standing core. Good. Now we're going to have you keep the knees going and tap your opposite shoulder. You got it. All right. Let's go ahead and head on down to the mat. Continue on. All right. So opening out into the straddle stretch. Maeve's favorite stretch. Maybe we'll work on her roll through. All right, so first things first, just make sure you're loosening up the tension in the legs, letting it go. You can wobble and wiggle and roll to attempt just that mindful attention to not gripping as holding too much tightness in the legs while you try to stretch them. So now rotate down over one thigh. Support with both hands. Take a moment and release the head forward. So you're getting a neck stretch here too. Big breath. Big letting go. Just keep letting the head fall forward. And then up to center, rotate and walk down the other thigh. Big inhale. Big exhale. And as you hang out there, just let the head slowly fall forward. Getting a neck stretch too. And then up. Now take the opposite hand, slide it down the first leg, reaching as far as you can, keeping the opposite leg upright best you can. to the other side. Opposite hand slide toward the ankle. Big inhale, big exhale. Keep the opposite leg upright. And up to center. Now forward. As you go forward, think about tilting the pelvis forward as much as you can, as if you're trying to put your belly button to the floor. It's just an internal shift to allow these inner thighs to open up as much as they can. And then walk that back up. We're going to do this part again. So now walk it back down so you can go a little farther. And this time you can allow the head to come forward or fall forward. Keep the toes and knees upright. And then back up to center. Slide the legs in, give them a shake. All right, let's jump across. Give an opposite arm hug or push-pull inward. You're going to stack tall, you're going to rotate toward that thigh. Big breath. Let it go. Remember, you want your arms to do all this work, so let the leg relax. Extend your hands as much as you can as you continue to gently pull that thigh and knee toward the opposite shoulder. And other side. Stack tall, rotate, inhale, and either hug or push pull in. Keep letting the tension of that leg melt in your hands or arms. Feel all the stretch gets outer hip, piriformis, all the way into the waist, SI. Good. And down. All right, and then on to side bending. So stacking tall, reaching it up and over. Keep both cheeks grounded. Let the neck, here's another neck, incorporated neck stretch, letting the head go to the side for a side bend. Other way. Let the head slowly, gently open to each side. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach tall. Slowly incorporate the head, arm back. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, other side. Take another extra moment and let the heaviness of the head go. And up. And on to rotation. Stack tall. Hands on the outer leg, hand behind you. Let your eyeballs really try to look behind you and allow your spine to follow. Gently let your shoulders drop. Breathe. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, other side. Try it again. Just continue to look. Let your gaze continue to look as far behind you as they can go, and your spine will follow. Good. Let's try first side again. Inhale, stack tall. Exhale, drop the shoulders, but let your gaze keep going. This is also stretching the neck. In rotation, inhale, second side. Drop the shoulders. Keep looking. And back to center. All right, hands behind you. You're going to open up the chest, shoulders, and you're going to lift that heart up to the sky. You don't have to let your head go, but inhale now, full capacity breathing. All the way in, stretch those lungs, and let it all the way out. Couple more. Nice. Then you're going to hang forward over the legs. Do the same thing through the back of your lungs and ribs. Inhale. Stretch them wide. And deflate. Couple more. Let your head hang. Full capacity. Don't cheat. Good. And just hold here and release the back of the neck. So still more neck stretching. Then reach for those toes. Lift the head now and flex the feet back. Pull the toes back. Big breath. And up. All right, let's get going here. Headspace behind you on the mat. We're going to go ahead and come on down. Once you're there, just give a quick check to make sure that your pelvis is centered on your mat. Your shoulders are centered on your mat and your head. So I just kind of glide my hands along just to double check. Because we could end up crooked and we don't want to. All right, we're going to go ahead and take the feet to the edge of the mat. And we're going to go ahead and take your 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock in preparation. So pelvis tucking under or tilting into a 6, as if the lumbar and the belly button were your 6 o'clock, and your pubic bone, tailbone, your 12 o'clock. So you're just rocking back and forth. And then I'm going to have you come into the 6 o'clock and hold that stretch for a moment. And then release it out. Now, we're going to go ahead into rounded bridge, and you're going to just start slow. So you're going to continue to 6 o'clock. You're going to scoop in that deep abdominal wall. You're going to press down through both feet, open them super wide, and relax the arms for a moment as you press down through both feet. Peel up each vertebra. Take a breath at the top, and then reverse the touchdown through the ribs, through the back of the waist. The pelvis lands. Rock it out to neutral. Tuck it back into your deep 6. Hold on to that contraction as you lift it up. Take a breath and a long exhale. Just slowly touch down each vertebra. Release it out and go again. So we're rounded bridging. We're pulling inward. Deep transverses here, and opening and creating space between the vertebrae on the way up and on the way down. One more here. Big breath. You're also relaxing your jaw. All right. Now, just pause there. Keep the feet there. Now I'm going to lift your arms straight up. Ground those shoulder blades into the mat. Go on back to your arm circles. Bringing awareness of where the shoulder blades are in the back and where those round shoulder joints need to be reset. All right. From here, I'm going to have you just keep your arms straight up and keep those blades pushing gently into the mat as you go back to 6 o'clock and peel up a rounded bridge. Take a breath, long exhale, And slowly touch down each vertebra again. Rock it out, and let's do it again. 6 o'clock. Scoop in nice and deep in that deep transversus. Hold that contraction. You can think extra 6 o'clock on the way down to maintain it. And try a couple more here. Exhale up. Take a breath. Long exhale down. Release your jaw. One more. Good. All right, we're going to bring the arms back down. But we're going to do what we did last week, which was come back to now your pelvic clock rocking between your 3 o'clock and your 9 o'clock. So that's your right cheek press and your left cheek press. Just rock back and forth for a moment. All right, now we're going to stay on, for instance, our 3 o'clock. So that's your right cheek. You're going to add a 6 o'clock tuck. And you're going to hold that little side contraction through your obliques as you press down again through both feet. Peel up a rounded bridge again, but with a slight rotation in your pelvis. Take a breath, and as you exhale, you're going to touch down along the right side of your ribs, the right side of your waist, right cheek, and then release it out. Now you're going to rock on over to 9 o'clock, left cheek press. Add your 6. Now you're going to hold that contraction in your obliques, rounded spine as you peel up along the left side. Take a breath, and as you exhale, you're going to touch down your left lobe, your left waist, your left cheek, and then rock it through center and try again on the first side. 3 o'clock, add your rounded spine, peeling up best you can along the right side of your back, and then touching down. And then on over to the left side, add your 6, peel it up. Big breath, touching down your left side. And now on your own tempo, try each side again. Good. So we do that right side and left side. I learned that way back in post-rehab with Pilates, is to help loosen up each side of the back so that when we now go back to neutral and we go back to center of our rounded bridge, which we're going to do now, give it another peel up, back to center, and see if you can feel a difference. By loosening right to left, did you gain any more mobility? Back to center, try for 3 here. Holding on to that extra 6 on the way down. One more. Good. All right, and then there's another one, and that's the lateral shift. So now we're gonna, I jumped ahead. Let's go back to neutral spine now. We're gonna rock up onto our heels, flex up your feet. You can still keep your heels wide. Now you're gonna neutral spine it. So you're gonna exhale, you're gonna funnel down those ribs, cinch in the whole center, glue the ribs to the pelvis as you press down through both heels to lift up. Hydraulic lift, hydraulic core lift, touch the whole spine to the mat, and then go again. Exhale up, inhale to touch. Press equally through both heels because this is a big hamstring builder. Exhale up, inhale down. You want to keep that crease in the lap as you're going up and down. And you can feel with the hands, making sure that your ribs are traveling with your pelvis up and coming down together. And one more here. All right, now we're going to hydraulic lift. So now we're going to press down, you're going to come up the center, You're going to laterally shift your pelvis to one side and then come down for a landing on the edge of, toward the edge of your mat. Now, the goal is just to keep your pelvis as level as you can. So you can place your hands there if you'd like. Take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to push down through the heels, lift that pelvis up, arc it all the way over to the other side of your mat and come down for a landing. And it's okay if you get a little twisted, just do the best you can. These are also muscles that could be tight. So take another breath, push down, arc up and over to the first side. Take another breath, arc up and over and land as level as you can through the pelvis. And now on your own, keep going. And then back to center. All right, so same idea. Now we're doing some lateral releasing. Now we're going to come back to center and just try for a couple more here. Pressing down through both heels. Hydraulically lift. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Straight up. Good. All right. Now we're going to bring the feet into parallel. We're going to do some more of this. So from parallel, I'm going to go back to rounded bridge. So you're going to take a 6 o'clock again. You're going to peel up each vertebrae again. You're going to start to feel that stretch pull on the thighs. You're going to resist that by extra 6 o'clock tilting to come back through to the floor. Try it again. 6 o'clock, peel it up. Exhale. Try to get those ribs down first on this one. Try a couple more here. Lift it up. You can help your ribs by giving a gentle, encouraging press down with the hands if you need to. Try another one. All right. So now what we're going to do is tilt the pelvis, lift it up just an inch or two off of the mat. Now, we've done this before, but it's been a while. We're going to do butt cheek bounces, for lack of a better description. You're going to release one butt cheek, touch it to the mat, and then lift it up. You're going to touch the other butt cheek to the mat, lift it up. So literally you're releasing the glute and engaging, releasing the glute and engaging. Your pelvis is tilting and leveling, tilting and leveling. So there you go. You're on center. You're just holding that pelvis just above the mat and touching each cheek. I've been finding this also very helpful for managing my low back discomfort, among other things. This is a good one. And one more each. That didn't look like much, right? And then come on down. Woohoo! All right, bring both knees into the chest. Give a hug, just straight on for a moment. Send your body some love and appreciation. And then go ahead and take your little baby rock side to side while you're hugging. Good. Back to center, and let's let those feet come down. All right. Let them stay. Arms up above the head. Inhale as you exhale. Half upper body curl. Reach past the shins. Keep the shoulders open. Chin slightly open, and then back. Inhale. Exhale to curl. And back. Very good. All right, from here we're going on to obliques. So you're going to take a slight rotation through the upper shoulder girdle, back to center, and then the other side. Pelvis stays level. Just kind of a rock onto a blade and curl. Inhale back. Exhale, round and curl. And bring that back. Roll the head side to side, release the neck. And at any time the neck has just had it, just take it out. You can continue to do arms or legs. Don't upset the neck, whatever you do. All right, we're coming back to the legs here for a moment, bringing each knee back in. We're going to glue the legs together and go ahead and bend and straighten the knees, flex and point the feet. Good. From here, we're going to leave the legs up, and we are going to attempt our couple of things here. Leave the legs together, the palms are down for now, and you're going to just do a little baby circle of the legs going one way. Not very big. And you want to make sure that your low back stays in the mat. And then reverse. Good. Now, we're going to cradle our sacrum with our hands. And the point of that is to help your low back stay in the mat. As the legs pass your 90-degree angle, for those who weren't great in geometry, when the legs are straight up, this creates a 90-degree angle at your hip, right? Once the legs start to lower past 90, it challenges your low abdominals, your core in general, but it also will tax your ability to keep your lumbar down. So we want to stay safe here, so cradle, take a breath. Really hold those P muscles in with your belly button. So hold that deep connection as you open the legs, lower them just enough past your 90, and then back up, separate, and down and up. So separated leg circles without letting your lumbar lift off. So stay modest with your range. Inhale, but really pull inward abdominally. The tendency will be to just go loosey-goosey in your belly, but that's the opposite of what you want to try to do. So go ahead and pause, pull it in again, belly button in, hold the P muscles. Now we're going to go down and circle up and around. Down the center and circle. Pulling that navel in. And one more. Good, good. All right, we're going to come back to bent knees. You can take the hands back out, point the feet, relax the arms, go back to toe touches. Just a little reverse here. And then flex the heels and heel touch. Good. Rock the knees in. I'm going to put a couple things together. Take your arms overhead. As you exhale, you're going to curl, upper body half curl. Now hold that position. I'm going to have you go back to toe touches. So this is just adding extra core into the same exercise. Now flex the heels, keep holding that curl and heel touch. Keep breathing. Good. Grab another hold of the hug of the knees. And then we're going to hold on to one knee, send that other leg out on the 45, hold that, and bring it in, switch, and hold the 45, flexed heel, straight knee. And switch, hold, breathe, pull the navel in, and other side, hold, belly button in, hold your P muscles, hold, and a couple more, hold, and switch, hold, breathe, and last one. Very good. All right, legs back up and out for inner thigh stretch. Oh, hey, Nomi. Elbow close to the nose, Nomi. Circle those ankles one way and reverse. Curl the toes up, spread them out, curl them up, spread them out. And then bend at the knees, bring those knees up towards your armpits, hold that. Breathe, let it go. And then feet down, nice and wide, off the mat, open the arms, and double knee fold to the same side. Relax your butt cheeks, your legs, your feet, your jaw. Up and over to the other side. We release the tension over here. Back to center. And we will cross ankle over knee. You're going to do a little release butterfly wing, slow-mo movement here on the thigh with the foot down. Just helps gently release more tension around the hip. So that when you go to do your figure four, hopefully you've got a little more range there as you lift it up. Flex the front foot, use your biceps to slowly bring that figure four towards your chest. Chin back down. And down, second side. Leave the foot down for a moment and a little slow-mo butterfly wing in and out with that thigh. And then bring it in. Flex the foot, breathe it out. Very good. Feet back down, take a little rock around your pelvic clock. One way and then reverse. Make sure everything feels okie dokie. And then we are going on to some side lines. So stretch out that arm. We're going to bring the knees into a bent position. They don't have to be as far in as clamshell, but just bent for stability here. We're going to take a moment and make sure that the pelvis is, you can challenge it with a little 6 o'clock and a little 12 and then back to 6. So you can really feel the difference with you being engaged abdominally in this position. All right, so neutralize, but hold on to some core here. As you hover the top leg at hip height, the knee is bent. You're going to swing that knee forward toward the shoulder, go underneath you and slightly behind you with the thigh, without scrunching your lumbar or losing your core. So it's a swing forward, inhale, and an exhale, press back. Inhale, swing forward, exhale, press back. And that exhale is helping you engage in the front to keep you stable. And if you're not sure if the leg is staying level with your hip the whole way, you can just let your forearm go on a little ride and see if you can detect any dropping out along the path or that it's doing great. Right, now, the leg behind. Next time, go ahead and straighten the knee, flex the foot. Now it's the same pathway with a straight leg. Swing it front, point the foot, and press a straight leg back. Inhale, swing forward. Exhale, press it back. Flex, point, and press. So again, swinging at hip height. Easy does it in your midsection. Keep that belly button glued in. Keep the breath moving. You can do it easy in the shoulders, easy in the neck. Good. And the next time the leg is back behind you, go ahead and touch it down. Go ahead and bend the back knee now and just wiggle that thigh behind you and let it relax toward the floor. So you're still on the side of your pelvis. You're just letting all those muscles release for a moment. You can also add a top hand on the diagonal, front top diagonal, and enjoy a slight spiral stretch through the spine. Then if you want to slowly straighten that back knee and feel like you're half of an X, go for it. And then ease all of that gently back to center where we started. Give that hip some loving and patting and rubbing. Good hippie, happy hippie. And we'll press it on up and over to the other side. All right. So bent knees just for stability here. Do a quick check on a 6 o'clock pelvis and a 12 o'clock. And holding on to a little extra engagement towards your 6. Hovering the top leg at hip height, back to the bent knee version where you swing it forward, press it, go through the middle and press it slightly behind you. And then try that again. Inhale and exhale, press. Inhale, swing forward. Exhale, press it back. But again, careful of your low back. Make sure you're staying engaged in the core, in the front. Your side core is obviously working. And if you're suspicious about whether it's staying level, just let your forearm go on a little ride. All right, then straighten the knee, flex the foot. Now we're going to do a long leg swing to the front. Press it behind. Inhale, swing. Exhale, press. Straight knee now. Flex the foot forward. Point the foot as you press it back. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Next time the leg is back, go ahead and lower it down. Bend the knee and just wiggle that foot and the thigh back slightly. And then let it relax. So you just want the thigh to release toward the floor, slightly behind your pelvis, but you're still on the side. And then take a little reach on the high diagonal. Your hand. Breathe there for a moment. And then slowly straighten that back leg. Hold that spiral. And then back to center. Give this hip some loving and rubbing. Good hippie, happy hippie. All right, on to our bellies. All right. So we are going to we're going to hover our nose off of the mat. So we're going to keep a nice long neck here. We're going to, actually, let's do this one. Let's do goalpost position with the arms on the floor. But take a moment and push that pubic bone into the mat. So yes, the butt cheeks are going to get involved there. So if you release, you can tell how much lift off, if you will, your pelvis wants to take because your hip flexors are tight and your core is not engaged. But as soon as you go to push that pubic bone down to the mat, it's kind of like a little 6 o'clock, but you're laying on it, right? So push that pubic bone down. It's going to lengthen your lumbar. It's going to protect it, and it's going to activate your core. All right, so that's what you want here in this position. As you hover the nose off the mat, leave the legs relaxed. You are going to lift one arm at a time up toward the ceiling. Without moving the spine, you're going to lift and lower, lift and lower. So this is goalpost position, one arm at a time. So your rhomboids, your rotators, all that lovely upper back strengthening that we need for beautiful posture. But keep noticing, oh, did you just lose your 6 o'clock? All right, activate it again. Push that pubic bone back down and keep going with those arms. See if you can hang on to those butt cheeks and that core while you move your arms in extension. Keep breathing. Pick the belly button back up. All right. Now, regroup. Heavy legs, 6 o'clock. Now, we're going to try for both arms. So, it's going to take extra core. So, cinch it in. As you exhale, hover both arms up and touch down. Exhale. Lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Keep a long neck. Keep going. You can do it. Very good. All right, rest your forehead for a moment on your hands. All right, and then underneath you, let's get the legs up underneath you. Bend the knees and take little baby thigh lifts, one at a time. Still keeping that pelvis down into the mat as much as you can. Little baby extensions of the hip. And then lengthen arms and legs out. Take another 6 o'clock of that pelvis, and we are going to reach opposite arm, opposite leg, up and down. So you're still hovering the nose off the mat. Opposite arm and leg lift. Opposite arm and leg lift. Keep alternating, keep breathing. Keep checking for that pubic bone. Press it back down. Keep your lumbar long. Keep growing longer through the spine. Now reach instead of lift. Reach those toes and fingers. Stretch. Lift and stretch. Nice. And then we will bring those elbows underneath us. Give a lift and a walk back into child's pose. And while you rest here, go ahead and curl up those hands and fists and hyperextend those little digits. Curl them up, spread them out. Good. And then back up onto all fours. Take a moment and C-curve. 6 o'clock tilt. Around the rest of the spine. Release it out. Inhale. Go again. Exhale round. And lengthen. Try one more. Good. Then we're going to do a quick version of the pigeon. Just quick. Not our whole version because I got to finish this up. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can. All right, maybe I can do it. All right, so you're going to sit on one cheek, stretch that other leg behind you, come on down on your elbows. Breathe. Keep relaxing the tension of the leg that you're laying on. Now, forehead to your hands and breathe. Now, the same leg that's behind you, take the same arm above you and really crawl those fingers up there and give a nice long stretch from fingers to toes. On one side, rest your forehead on the other hand and breathe there. Good. And walk that torso up. Wide hands. Ground the shoulder blades as you push down into the mat with both palms. Lift the heart just slightly, centering the pelvis as much as you can. But staying on the cheek. Feel the hip flexors of the back leg stretch. Nice. And then back onto all fours and switch out the leg. Second side, have a seat, bring the shin forward, walk that other leg back behind you, down on the elbows we go. Let this one begin to open and relax. Then forehead to hands, keep breathing. Then the same leg and the same hand above, crawl those fingers up there, reach. And rest the forehead again and enjoy that whole side opening up. Meridians are opening. And then walk the torso up, press into the palms, center up, ground the shoulder blades, lift the heart just a little bit. You can always activate a little extra core down in your low abdominals if you need to for extra stretch. In the front of the pelvis, into the hip flexors. And then back up onto all fours we go. All right, we're going to tuck those toes, come into our squat, toes and knees straight ahead. Just release some tension in those ankles and Achilles toward the floor for a moment. And then bottoms up, hang upside down, nod the head yes, and no. Next side. We will soften those knees and slowly walk up the thighs, rounding until you stack. Good, good, good. We're going to come and center up here. All right. And before we do the final stretch, I'm just going to take a little shoulder rolls. Just open the feet and ground out for a second. And then a little arm press back. All right. And then lower down from here. So I want to stack the head. So for a moment, we tend to be here. So I'm going to have you lengthen the back of your neck, lower the chin, and just send the head slightly back, just to make sure you're in good alignment and your shoulders are nice and open here in the front. All right, because you only want to stretch your neck if you're in good form. So now you want to imagine that there's a string lifting and lengthening up as you ease into side bending. Take a breath. And then lengthen up as you come through the middle. Recenter. And over gently to the other side. Lengthen up, recenter that neck. You're going to look on the diagonal and lower down toward the collarbone on that side. Keep the shoulders open. Also jet that chin forward. Up and over, lengthen, diagonal and lower. Other collarbone, let the chin jet forward. Breathe. Up and over to the center and lower the chin to the chest. And up, and then without moving the shoulders, take a rotation hold over one side. Gently through center, other side. Center. Now we're just going to put a couple things together. In a nice, easy movement, we're going to go from a side tilt to a gentle roll through around the chest, up to the other side bend and center. Smooth it out, other side. Side, a little roll through the bottom, and center. Try one more each. Try and exhale. Let it all go on the roll through. And inhale and exhale. Yay, team. All right, now we circle. A little longer class today, but we did it. All right, let's exhale. Toss away anything that's still lingering. Let it go, let it go. Inhale. Oh, let's take in some joy and some peace and calming. Yeah, some mindfulness and lovely healing and nurturing energy. We let everything else go. And then again, for a beautiful, calm, healing week. Take care of yourselves. Give yourselves a hug. Pat yourself on the back. You came to class. You did something good and nurturing for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Take good care of your hearts. Listen to your bodies. Listen to your immune systems because there's a lot going on. Big change in the weather. So nurture thyself. Thanks, everybody.